Welcome back, guys, to Beyond Two Souls with me, Griv, and Kenan. So, Kenan, what do you think about the game?
It was awesome, actually. It was like a movie, and we were like the main character.
Right.
You don't see many games like that, mostly.
No, I mean it's a really unique game. I agree.
Yeah. So overall, what rating would you give it?
I gave Heavy Rain a 9, and this one I'll give it an 8. I think I'll give it an 8, 7.58.
Okay.
I'll explain in a minute. But in general, I think the game was really fun. The story was really good. It was amazing. I mean,
yeah, I would actually give it a solid 7, probably. Because I'm thinking of the game, which is what is it called? With the little girl and the guy that kills zombies. What's it called?
Oh, Last of Us. Oh, you're basing like the
Last of Us. Yeah, The Last of Us. That would be 10 out of 10.
Okay.
This is 7 because I mean the quick time events. It's hard to know.
Right. Okay, here we see something. We can play. We can choose different paths.
Yeah, I mean that's what we saw.
It will be fun to see how many shows the way we did.
Yeah.
And I got a whole lot of trophies now.
Oh, okay.
A lot of trophies. All right. Yeah. So about the game, I mean the story was really cool. I think that the ordering was mostly good. I feel like the order in which the events happened, mostly good. It didn't really bother me that we were going back and forth a lot. Mostly it was complimentary, you know. After you went back, you heard about it in the future, like those events, like the death of his family, Nathan.
Yeah, I think that made the game so much better instead of just like going from the beginning to the end.
Yeah, I think that would have been. I think it would have been, I don't know, boring in a way. Wouldn't be that exciting.
Yeah, exactly. So, what do you think about the quick time events? Is it like better or worse comparing with Heavy Rain?
So, I mean, the quick time events, in a way, it was a mess. I mean, like in the end, I think I got the hang of it. I think I got the hang of it, but in general, I didn't really enjoy it that much. It was, I don't know. It came out of nowhere most of the times. You know, we had to, like, oh God, there's a quick time event coming, and you have to react. You know, she's just like walking, and suddenly she has to move or something. So finally, in the end, I figured out how to do those quick time events. It's actually that you have to look at her and how she's moving. I mean, if she like it's a guy that's attacking her, and depending on if she's moving her hands towards that guy, you should press the analog stick towards the guy, and if she's moving away, you should move it that way. If she's moving down, you should move it down, and so on.
That will be relative to her or relative what you're seeing?
Relative to what is on the screen.
Okay.
Yeah, the direction on the screen. And actually, I remember now that in the training, they actually said that, you know, if Yodi's hands are going to the left, you should move it to the left. But I think like the training for the quick time events, it was so like rushed. It would have been much better if we had like more training. Because it's not only for her, it's for us as well.
Yeah.
So like that part, it could have been done much better. And I'm not saying that they should like directly tell us the direction where we should move the analog stick. So only more training, because I didn't get the hang of it until the end of the game. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, that actually sucks.
So, but the other parts of gameplay, I love the driving scenes, like riding the motorcycle, riding the submarine, and yeah, I think that's the only two. But those were really fun. I really liked. I mean, okay, the stealth was okay. It wasn't that great, really, but it was okay. But okay, maybe I'll give it a 7 actually. Yeah, I'm changing my mind.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking like it's a very forgiving game. I mean, we were spotted a lot of times, but still we could manage to like fix it.
Right. I think like, but I think what made the game completely was Aiden. I mean, that was just so fun.
Of course.
That was like really fun when he got to play.
Yeah, I enjoyed playing as Aiden actually. That was. I'm so glad I didn't do like the quick time events. That would be cool.
Right, yeah, especially with the delay. Yeah, so
yeah.
I mean, and possessing and all that's so fun, you know.
Yeah.
So that was clearly like the best part of the game.
Yeah, and some things like there's like no reason why should you be able to possess someone but not someone else.
Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah.
They didn't like state a clear reason why that would be.
Yeah, so
in any way.
That's another criticism of the gameplay, because there's like so many cases where you could have just like owned everyone, you know, by controlling everyone. I mean, so
exactly. I mean, if they only had like a reason or anything,
right,
it didn't have to be realistic, but anything.
Yeah, like one is weak-minded or something, you know.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Yeah, if the Earth would have said that Aiden can control the people that are weak or something, and that he can choke the people that are something else.
Yeah.
Something like that. And if someone is, I don't know, strong individual, that guy cannot be affected by Aiden or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly, something like that. I mean, otherwise the game was awesome, actually.
Yeah, I mean,
it was something new. I mean, the story wasn't like all the other stories.
Yeah, and I love
really something.
Sure. Yeah, I just love how they moved away from Heavy Rain in some way, because Heavy Rain was so praised when it came out. Was so praised, and I love that they just didn't do another Heavy Rain. That they took their time to innovate and like come up with a new idea and a new story, and a completely different gameplay. It has a lot more varying gameplay, and that's something I really like about the game. I mean, you can do a lot more. It's a different setting than Heavy Rain. But another criticism of the game, I would say, I don't know about you, Canon, but our choices didn't really matter actually, like except for the end choice.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I don't know, maybe it did matter, but we haven't played several times to see, like.
Okay, maybe.
Could you give an example, like which choice didn't like affect?
Yeah, I know the choices that did matter was like J. We chose J. We saved. What's the name of the guy? Cole. Yeah, but maybe who would have lived anyway. I'm not sure.
Yeah, but maybe not. I mean, he was pretty bad.
Yeah, it was. It was wounded. And Ryan, okay, we saved Ryan. Yeah, and we chose life. Actually, that was another choice. Yeah.
Yeah. True.
And yeah, perhaps it just seems like, you know, like from the first level, it was those choices that seemed like we got spotted or something, you know. So, but I guess most of the choices didn't really matter. But yeah.
No, probably not.
We'll
I mean,
have to
just
play it
the
again to
last
make sure.
ones. Yeah, but it is, as you said, like the last ones. That's the one that counts.
Yeah, so it would be worthwhile to play it again to see just how the story changes, I would say.
Yeah, if it would change, I mean.
Yeah, and for example, like when we fucked those kids up, you know, in the party.
Yeah.
It really didn't have any consequence if we chose revenge or if we didn't, right?
Yeah, that's true, actually. Yeah, I don't see how that
right?
would affect anything.
I mean, we could have burned the house down.
Maybe Aiden. Yeah, but maybe Aiden wouldn't be that, like. I know, maybe. No, maybe not. I mean, I'm thinking maybe he would be like weaker, but that would be strange. If Aiden was stronger because of that.
I'm actually not really, now when I'm thinking about it, I'm not complaining about it. I think like a lot of choices had consequences. And that's what I like about these games. That's
yeah, you get to choose and see what happens.
Right.
I mean, Nathan maybe would be like responding differently if he just walked out from the party instead of actually like messing around with the kids.
Yeah.
Like maybe he wouldn't like change, but at that scene when she like goes out from the house, his face expression would be different.
Right. So another, is it another gameplay type that we haven't mentioned? Like we have the item parts, the possession, the stealth, the shooting.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening.
Quick time events.
I was reminded of Splinter Cell when we were doing like the stealth operation.
Yeah, a little bit. I can agree to that. So,
not maybe Hitman, but definitely Splinter Cell.
And like the dialogue as well. The dialogue was solid. You know, there was also choice. You could choose how to approach people. I mean, it was a nice touch. I'll say that. You know. Especially when she was a kid, you could just have a choice to say no, yes, or shrug. I mean, it was a nice touch, you know. You gave her character.
Yeah, exactly. It's not just like shrug or I mean, exactly. I agree. That was a nice. I mean, small details that made like a huge difference.
Right. And also, a great part is that, like, the acting was amazing. It was so good. Like I would say, like basically everyone was really good, but especially Jodie. I mean, her acting was just so natural.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I think it's the actress Ellen Page is Jodie, if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, okay, cool. I don't know. I think I heard that name. I mean, connected to this game. But I can't like.
I mean, she's been to some movies.
Sure.
Right. So but I think. Yep. Can I?
Yeah, I was just like trying to like summarize. So our conclusion will be 7 stars out of 10, probably.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I think we agree to that.
Yeah. And I think that will probably summarize. It was a fun game, a lot of story.
Right.
A lot of quick time events, and there was like a mixture of everything. It wasn't like the same thing all over again.
Yeah.
Like you choose some dialogue all the time. No, it was very different. They spiced it up a lot, actually.
I mean, Heavy Rain was more about the atmosphere, and this was more about more action-packed, I would say.
Yeah. Much more, I would say.
Right. I think you didn't really. It was a lot more fast-paced, the game.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Heavy Rain had like fast-paced
at some times
scenes, but it was but very few.
Yeah, but it was built. Yeah. I think we're coming to the same point.
When they actually came, they were very important.
Right.
For instance, the FBI agent.
Right.
If he died, they would probably be